I love virtual machines. I also love TUI applications. So why not combine both? Well, that's what we get with VM Curator. And funny enough, it's also one of the easiest ways to get into virtual machines. Now, what's the use case for them? Well, unlike me, people need a dependable system. They can't just be reinstalling distros over and over again until they find the one they like. So virtual machines are great to test around with some obscure distribution that you found online, or something like practicing how to install Gentoo. It could also be a place where you test out malware, but that's not the point. The point is, we're going to go over how to set this up, how to start a virtual machine, and, well, there's no and. That's basically it. So how do we install this thing? So here's the GitHub, a fast and friendly Rust TUI for managing desktop QEMU KVM virtual machines with 3D acceleration, GPU pass-through, VM import, etc., blah, blah, blah. It's a feature-packed virtual machine manager. Now, to install this, there is a way to do it on any distro, and that's to build it from source, and that's what I really like to do personally. So if you copy this box and then put it in your terminal, you do it, and then boom, you've built your VM Curator from source. But I know some people prefer binary packages, so you can go to the GitHub releases and find the .deb, the RPM for Fedora, or use a universal app image or tarball if you want. Now, if you're on an Arch-based system, a thing you can do, well, not a thing you can do, the way to install it is through the AUR. So use either Yay or Paru, and then do VM Curator. Now you could do -s already, but this gives us an option. You get VM Curator and VM Curator bin. So if you want the pre-built binary, you go with this. If not, go with the number 1. And then boom, install it. Now, one last thing we will need for it to work is the QEMU packages. So if you're on an Arch-based system, you can do sudo pacman-s QEMU full. That's how you do it on Arch-based. And if you're on Fedora-based, you can do dnf install at virtualization. And if you're on a Debian-based system, you'll have to install all the QEMU stuff manually, I believe, unless they have integrated the QEMU full package in it. But I don't think they have. After the recording of this, I'll find the commands for it and put it in the description. All right. Now, once all of it is installed, the way to launch it is VM Curator, like I showed earlier. Press enter, and then boom, you are in your virtual machine manager. Now, if we want to actually start a virtual machine, we need to grab an ISO of something, right? So let's go to our browser. Let's find, what do we want to install? Let's install, say we want to install Pico OS, okay? Let's install Pico OS. We go here. Now, I don't know why the flash answer stuff is on. I didn't enable that. Let's find a distro. Let's say we want to go with the KDE version. Now, once that's installed, in 3, 2, 1, boom, installed. So now let's go back to VM Curator. If we look at the keybinds here, these are the keybinds you'll need to navigate this. So we can do something like C to create. Now we have a bunch of options here. I'm pretty sure they won't be listed like that. I think it'll be something like this. I could be completely wrong, but choose the one you want to try out. There's even a way to try out macOS if you want. But in this case, we'll do Linux, and there won't be a Pico OS option in here. So let's just do Debian. Where's Debian? There it is. So choose the distro that you want to try out. You can even find the download page in the browser if you want. That's how cool this is. And by the way, I'm navigating this with the arrow keys. Let's do browse for local ISO file. Go to our downloads and then find the ISO. So in this case, Pico OS Nest KDE. Now, once we're in here, use your arrow keys again to choose the disk size. Let's go with 56. And then here we are. When it comes to memory, this is where the resources you're going to allocate to the virtual machine. So Let's say we want this virtual machine to have 10 gigs of RAM and use 6 cores of your CPU. I have 8 cores, so I'm gonna give this 6. Graphics, all of these options are already pretty good, right? So graphics on Verdio, that's good. Intel HDA, that's good. Network, all of this is properly chosen. The only thing I would change is display, and I would choose SDL. This is what's gonna give us the best looking and what's going to actually utilize our 3D acceleration. Speaking of that 3D acceleration, we're going to want to enable most of these. So KVM Excel is already toggled. Good. Let's toggle 3D Excel with our spacebar. Let's do UEFI boot. And if we want, do RTC local. Now TPM2, you would only need this for Windows 11. But even then, it's like, yeah, I don't like it. All right. So if we press enter and then enter again, boom, we have created our virtual machine. And with SDL display, we do Control-Alt-F to go into full screen. And then there we go. And now once we boot into this thing, it's going to look as clear as if you were on a host machine. That's if this loads, which it should. I mean, dude, it should just work. Come on. Do it. Maybe I just have to be patient in like... No, it turns out it was a bit buggy. All right, now that looked stretched for a second, but it'll reorganize itself and then boom. This looks crystal clear, my dude. So in here, you do whatever you want in it, right? Since it's a virtual machine, there's basically no consequence to how bad you screw up. And I mean, it honestly feels like I'm using my computer, but at 60 hertz. It's pretty awesome. We don't even have GPU pass-through on. And that's how great this is. I think it's a lot simpler than setting up something like QEMU Virtual Machine Manager. Not that it's hard, it's just not as straightforward as something like VM Curator, and not as cool, right? It's a separate application instead of being in the terminal, which is, yeah. Oh, Plasma Shell has closed. It does this every time I do a Pico OS install now. Anyway. The video is not about Pico OS, it's about Virt Manager, so yeah. Play around with it, see what's up. And if you want, venture into the GPU pass-through world. I know I'm not going to do that for a little bit. It's a bit of a complicated setting up process, but yeah, play around with it, go into the settings, see what you want there. There's single GPU and multiple GPUs if you want, so play around with that. But yeah, not for me today. And also, quick TLDR. When you want to delete a virtual machine, we're going to do manage, and there's a bunch of options here. So if there's things to play around with here, you can reset or delete the VM. So if we delete the VM, okay, now it's deleted. But deleting it here doesn't mean we have reclaimed our storage space. You have to go into your file manager, and then there's going to be a folder called VM space. If we go to VM space and then to trash, then we can delete the virtual machine. And there we go. And that is it, boys. That is how you do VM Curator. If you have any questions or if I was confusing there, let me know. I'll try to help as much as I can. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.